Hi, and welcome to Solve the Law with Mrs. Owens. Today, we're doing the April 22nd, Part 1, Fact Family and Subtracting. To begin with, we will be doing our fact family using 16, 2, and then the unknown n. I have created over here a couple tape diagrams or bar models to help us solve for our fact family. Let's begin. We know from our numbers that 16 is our total. So I'm going to go ahead and write 16 in because right from here to here is going to be 16 and everything we do up here is going to be 16. Then I come up here and I go, wow, I have 2 groups. I have 2 groups. And I do not know how many are in each group. So I have 2 times n equaling 16. Down at the bottom here, I don't know how many groups I have. So in multiplication, the first number is usually how many groups. I don't know how many groups. Our n is how many of these groups, and I don't know. So n groups times 2 equals 16. So there's our multiplication problems. Oh, sorry about that. Let me erase some of those numbers so we can look at this in division. Okay, for division, it's very similar. It's just the inverse operation. So in division, we still have this 16 here. And up here, we know we have 2 groups. So we could do 16, divide that by 2 groups. So take 16, divide it into 2 groups. You would get your n, the value inside. So in this case, we know how many groups. Down here, we don't know how many groups. So we have 16. And what we don't know is how many of these groups are we going to have? You know, if we added another one on. So we would keep doing that until we came up with 16. So it's 16 divided by n, the unknown groups, but we do know the size, and the size is 2. Let's go ahead and solve it. So I'm going to use this model. So we have 1 group of 2, 2 groups of 2. And if I add another group of 2, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. My groups aren't quite equal as far as the boxes I drew, but let's count how many we've got. We have 1 box, 2 boxes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 boxes, so 8 is what we put in there. I do want to go ahead and show you what would that division look like using the top model. In this case, we know we have 16. We'd actually be doing what we would call the sharing way of dividing, and we'd go, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 in this one, and we have 5, 6, 7, 8 in this one. So in this case, we went 16 divided by 2. That's how many groups we have, equals 8. So I've been able to show you the 2 different ways you can model division, depending on if you know how many groups or the size of the group. Okay, let's go ahead and go over into subtraction today. And in subtraction, we have 564 divided by 564 subtract 275. So we have 500. So I'm going to put 5 here, and I am going to go ahead and draw out my picture. I'm going to do most of my subtraction today over on the right side with pictures. Then we have 6 tens, so 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens, 4 tens, 5 tens, 6 tens, and we have 4 ones. And our goal is that we want to take away 2 hundreds, 7 tens, and 5 ones. And when we get done, we will have our answer. To do subtraction, we are going to want to look at ones. It's kind of different than normal, where you're going to look from ones, tens, and then hundreds. So we're going to come here, and I need to subtract 5 ones. Can I cross off 5 ones? And I only have 4, so I can't cross those off. I don't have enough. But I can go over, and some people call this borrowing, some people call this regrouping. But what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we are going to take one of our tens, and we're going to break that 10 down into 10 ones. Think of like going to the bank, and you have a $10 bill, and you go to the teller, and the teller's like, how many $1 bills can I get? And they'll give you back 10 $1 bills. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've just regrouped. I'll mark this off now because I've regrouped. That leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4. That leaves me with 5 tens. And now I have 10, 11, 12, 13, and I have 14 ones. 14, take away 5. I can take 5 away now. So I can go up here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That leaves me with 9 ones left over. Now we go over to our tens place, and based on this, I have to take away 7 tens. But I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have enough. But I can go over to the hundreds, and I can take one of my hundreds and break it down into 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. So again, if you went to the bank and you said, here's my $100 bill, and they give you back $10 bills, you would get 10 $10 bills. That leaves me here with 1, 2, 3, 4. That leaves me with only 4 hundreds. But I have a whole bunch more tens to work with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That leaves me with 15 10. Now I can take away my 7 tens. 1 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens have been taken away, leaving me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That leaves me with 8. I can now go over to my hundreds. I need to take away 2 hundreds. I have 4 of them, so I can take away 2, and that leaves me with my 2 right there. So my answer is 289. I'm going to come over here quickly and do it with just numbers and not the pictures. I have 4 ones. I need to take away 5. I don't have enough. So I come over and I'm going to take a 10 away. That leaves me with 5. And that gives me 14 ones. 14 minus 5 is 9. 5 take away 7. I can't do that unless I go to negative numbers, which I'm not. I go to my hundreds place, take 100 away, regroup that into 10 tens, giving me 15 tens. 15 take away 7 is 8. Take over to the hundreds place, 4 hundreds, take away 2 hundreds is 200. To check, I add my 2 numbers, 289. These are my parts. And my goal is to get back to 564. 9 plus 5 is 14. 8, 9, 9 plus 7 is 16. 2, 4, 5. So if this number 564, the sum, is the same as what we started with when we began subtracting, I know I've done it right. And that is how you can use pictures and or numbers to solve with subtracting. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow.